guys, welcome to channel. This is your boy Sunny. If you are new, please like, comment and share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a long couple of weeks. I haven't seen you guys, and there hasn't been much going on, though there has been a few things that have been going on, but nothing came out as expected. So that's why I've been not been able to upload anything. But basically, I've been just doing my personal training. But I was not able to record. First of all, my stand got spoiled and I did not get the other stand. Secondly, where I train, I train with the club. The club that I train with, there is no chance that I can use to maybe get to record this training and so forth. So it's not actually individual training, it's with the club. So that makes it very hard for me to capture any footages. And some other times I can play futsal around the house. There's just a court across the road, so I go play futsal there. But again, it's always crowded. You can find maybe there are 50 people, and then every now and then you have to change. So I really did think it was important for me to try to record that. But yeah, that's just been it. So what's been happening? One thing, probably me being out of a club or me being without a club again is one of the biggest eye openers. It has given me the chance to look at certain things differently. So being out of a club has been one of my chances also to improve on my weaknesses, because before, when I was with the team, I realized there were a few things here that I needed to work on, and right now this is also my chance to improve myself. And this goes out to every free agent out there. Not having a club should be your chance actually to improve yourself, because if you're alone, you have all this attention for yourself to practice, get to know what are your weaknesses. If you're a winger or a fullback, the crosses. If you're a goal scorer, dealing with the scoring. If you're midfielder, just try to improve your touch and etc. So being out of the club is not as bad as it sounds to be. I know it's really bad mentally, because I'm there too. I've been there and I'm here right now in the same situation. Mentally it is tough, but there's nothing to do. So this is the thing, use the chance to improve yourself. Second thing is, be a regular in your own training. Be a regular in your personal training. Don't skip days, you understand? Every now and then, just take it yes, tomorrow might bring me an opportunity. So use that chance to improve yourself. A few days back, remember the hill where I've been training at night? I've been going there the past few days, and I'm meeting these guys from Africa, Senegal, and some guy from Liberia. And they're just telling me, hey man, we came here, we've been here for 3 months, 2 months, and we don't have clubs. And in my head, I'm like, man, I've been there too. You're telling me this is not something new to me. And I really know how tough it is mentally, but I always just tell them, bro, just keep positive. You can never know, because the transfer window here in the UAE starts in probably maybe January. So I'm just keep training, man, because you can never know. In the process while you're training, you can have chance to go play friendly matches, and if you play friendly matches, somebody can have a look at you, and then they can invite you down maybe in December or in January to go there for the trial. And if you've been working out, then the more you work out, the more you're regular in your own training, it gives you the confidence when you go out there. And now this brings me to point number 3. During off season, especially when you don't have a club, do not focus on fitness. Focus on improving your technique. When you work on your technique, it's going to help you a lot when you go down there to a team. Obviously, to the team part, let's say if you're fitness, you can get fitness in 5 days, 4 days, you understand, but your technique every day, you have to improve your technique daily. And the thing is, with training, what you did yesterday doesn't count today. It can only just make you better, but that's a closed chapter. If I trained yesterday, I can't say no because I trained yesterday, I'm skipping today. It's totally not that acceptable because yesterday was a different chapter. Just like teams winning championships and then they don't relax. The next day or the next season, everybody starts from scratch. You understand? So when you train yesterday, you're only as good as that day, and then the next time somebody's challenging you. And also, like being a free agent, there are a lot of people who are working harder than you are. You know, I was in my previous videos, I've always said this. Sometimes you not having a club does not mean you're a good player. You were just not lucky to land on the right place in the right hands, you know. And clubs are, every now and then, they are changing. People's contracts are being terminated like it's a joke, you know. If somebody might have got into a club in, like, maybe his agent was strong, but he's not performing. But midway through the season, they can be like, you know what, we are sorry, we're canceling you. They put him out, and that leaves one spot for all these other free agents. And this is your chance too, you know. How do you say it? 99% chance, 1% hope. So you go there with the hope, and you can be lucky. The team I want to take you in, you know. So let's take that. And what is my point number 4? You have to prepare now for your fitness levels. Prepare, let's say, a week before your trial, or 3 days, 4 days, 5 days before your trial. Make sure you are now doing the running, you're not stretching right, because you can go there, and if you are not fit, your technique can be as good as it seems to be. But if you're not fit, my man, I'm telling you this, you will get hamstring, you'll get all sorts of injuries because you are not fit. I remember one of the trials we went to, there were guys just after running 1-2 back, and then he's already holding his, slowly rolling his muscles. He's like, hey man, I'm injured, or for whatever reason. So the best thing is, fitness is now, you have to focus on fitness when you know like the trial is very close. But out of that, just play more futsal, small-sided games, go for pickups, and all these things. These are things I did not personally know before. Like I actually there was a day I was just thinking to myself, I was like, every day I'm trying to do fitness. My fitness cannot go away, but my technique, like I think I need to work on my technique, because my technique is something that it grows, But fitness, you can always maintain your fitness level 100%, but your technique, you can't always have it 100%. It has always to go up every now and then. You have to learn a new skill, But fitness, your stamina will always be your stamina, but your technique, you can learn a step over. Tomorrow you can learn like any sort of technique, you can always learn it. And you can always do this confidently when you are training alone, or when you're with your friends without rules, that sort of football where you're playing without rules. This is your chance to learn that. And point number 5, network while you are without a club. While you're still without a club, contact these players that are having clubs. Make friendship with them. Follow them on Instagram. DM them. Tell them, hey man, or even like, you guys don't know how powerful people are, like the power of networking. Even these guys that you train with, free agents in the same situation like you without clubs, ask them, where did you play before? They will tell you all sort of situation. Like if they were like, let's say, doing a club, what happened? Just ask them. These guys are very open, and because you and them are in the same situation, and they will tell you, and you'll be like, hey, do you think you can help me with the contacts of the people of your former club? And if the former club is in that country where you are, or in a different country, you could use that chance to go there and work. Same to me, like for example, now if someone comes to me, he say, hey man, now what happened to you in UAE? We saw you did medical, blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah. Someone tells me I'm training with him and I know he's a good player. I'll be like, hey man, I think I can help you with the contact of my former club that I was with, because there's no point of me holding contacts and be selfish. Like his success or my success doesn't depend on the other person, It's just the cycle of this thing. So I just believe that when you're out there, contact agent, contact clubs, get to find out, do these clubs need foreign players, which position is lacking, and these players actually know what is within the club. They will tell you, oh man, we have 2-3 players that are injured, and maybe the club wants to change them. All these things, Reach out to the coaches too, and even if you're lucky, sometimes some coaches can tell, you know what, come and train with us for a few days, and from there they'll tell you, okay, you can still keep training with us until the window opens, and then you can join us and you will sign with us. And sometimes it's just like you just do it your way, man. But the most important thing is make sure you networking, because you don't know who the other person knows, man. You don't know who knows, you see. So always network. Don't be ashamed. The worst thing that somebody can say to you when you ask them for contact is just no. And simple as that, like there's no harm in it, you know. So let's keep that. And point number 6. Number 6, do not stay in the country when you know that the transfer window is closed. You know, this is one of the things that I was very lucky not to do, but at the time it was happening to me. I left Thailand after the window closed. I left Laos knowing that the window was off as well, and I moved to Malaysia. And Malaysia, after I realized I couldn't play there, I left the country. They were happening like coincidentally, like I didn't know how important they were, but when I sit back now with all this, like, you know, with all the setback, now I sit back and I reflect back, I'd be like, wow, I think I was making right moves at the time. So do not stay in the country if you know the transfer window is closed. Try to go to the next country where you can find the opportunity to play. You can only stay in the country if you cannot afford to go to the next country. That's fine, I understand. We all of us that are out here, we are out here for a purpose, and sometimes we really don't have it that much, you know. So if you can afford to go to the next country, that's totally fine. But again, while you stay in this country, one, make sure you don't overstay your visa, because once you do that, you'll get in trouble with the authorities. I overstayed my visa in Malaysia, but that was because of during the lockdown period, and that was totally fine. And these are things, if you can avoid them, well and good. And when let's say I'm in UAE, I'm not only focusing on UAE, I'm reaching everywhere, like anybody in my head that I know that I can contact, LinkedIn, whatever, I will reach out to people. And again, there are websites also on Google. You can Google and you can actually find out which countries, because in the whole world, not all countries have the same transfer window. Some others are in January, December, June, January. That's like Europe mostly, but not even all Europe. Maybe the major countries, and elsewhere it's different. And also the good news is that if you are a free agent, you can actually sign outside the transfer window, you know. So this is also your chance, our chance. If a club really likes you, obviously they will take you in, like nothing stops them from signing you. So this is another tip. Tip number 8, do it alone and do it now. Yes, I said it. Do it alone and do it now. Don't wait for anybody to do for you things, or don't carry people along. It's really draining. If by the time you want to do something, it just has to be, if somebody wants to come with you, well and good, but don't try to drag somebody or wait on people to do things for you, because people take their time, they disappoint you, you know. And when you're left heartbroken, man, you'll always blame people, and it's not even their fault, you know. It's not their fault that they're not helping you. There are certain things that you can never know. There are times like people promised me something and I kept waiting on them, and then at the end of the day it just turned out right, and I was left disappointed. But actually the other person, in actual senses, he is trying to help me, but for some reasons it's not just happening, you know. So this is just something that you could do things on your own most of the times, you know. If somebody comes along and pushes to do things for you, well and good, but don't wait on them. Always try to do things alone and by yourself. And the last point number 9, the game does not owe you anything. You're probably just naive, you know. Don't try to be like, what's the best example? Don't try to be like, I am good, but why am I not even having a team? Or why am I not playing? Or this player is not actually good, but he has a team. The thing is, the game does not owe you anything. The other people, you don't know what they went through to get where they are. You understand? These other people, like behind the scenes, it's mud dirty, like it's dirty. you know. There's hundreds of hours they put behind that you did not even know. So when you find somebody in a certain place, man, just be grateful and be like, this guy, you're a real champ, man, because it's not even easy to be there, you know. And I always know this for myself, like anybody that I see playing pro or something, or even doing something that's good, I always like, yeah, man, you deserve it, because luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity, you know. People say it's luck, but no, you were preparing, and then the opportunity came, and bam, all the two, just your stars just aligned. So don't say the game does not owe you anything. If you're out of the system, nobody gives a shit about you, you know. Nobody cares. People only care about who is in the system. And you have seen this, the team that I'm trading in, they are players, like I started talking to them. One was playing in SC Braga, they are playing in big clubs, and I'm asking them what happened. They're like, hey man, I got injured, the club kicked me out, and right now he's finding it a bit hard. His transfer market probably value is like 75,000, and he's finding it hard now to get into a club. He's trying to stay in shape. Obviously the club we're training with is not like registered, but I heard they said they were going to register in second division, and obviously for me Dubai is now like a no-go zone for me unless my health improves, and that's when I can play here. But this is just it, man. So the game does not owe us anything. We just need to work like, you need to work like a slave, so that you start like, so that people can recognize you like a king, you know. When nobody's seeing you, this is when you have to like outwork yourself. Get tired. It's better to say that, yes, I'm tired, than say I don't want to continue, because I mean, there's nothing more satisfying than coming home when you're actually tired from a workout and you're like, wow, I think I did something today. It's really satisfying. And it just does not end there. After workout, while you're resting, you're doing networking, you're contacting whoever you're contacting, you're editing your highlight videos, you're compiling everything. Use your social media wisely. I mean, social media is very powerful. You can post something and before you know, bam, goes out there and people are seeing it, and before you know, Jose Mourinho contacts you, hey, I wanted to come down to Roma, and the holiday story. So yeah, man, that's just it. So guys, these are just a few tips of for all the free agents that are now trying to wait for clubs. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, please. Before my goal was before the end of the year we reach like 500 subscribers, but we're still at 210, so it's fine. Let's keep growing, and yeah, let's see. I will try to get more tips, like almost in a week at least, do like once or twice, and yeah, we'll see from there. Don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and my Twitter, and yeah, if there's any question, anything, you can always DM me. I have a few contacts. I'm not selfish, so if you want something really, you can always DM me. If I have a few contacts I can share with you, go ahead, contact them, and if it works for you, I'm more than happy. And this is just what we need, you know. So guys, until then, it's a goodbye.